What's up, my Pilates people? Welcome to my channel, Connect and Move. My name is Jessica. Today, I'm going to be taking you through a full body reformer flow. The only prop, I lied, there's two props, but the main prop that you're going to need is a squishy ball. Please try to let some air out of it so it's not fully inflated. Otherwise, it's going to be really hard on some of these moves. And then just a sticky pad. Okay, so we don't go flying or sliding all over the reformer. If you don't have one of these, it's okay. You'll just might be doing a little bit of readjusting, and then maybe you could lighten your spring. Okay, so to start, we're gonna be on one medium and one super light spring. So for balanced body, I have a red and a yellow on. And if you're well, not really sure, maybe you do two light springs. I do want there to be a little bit of pushback. I do want it to be challenging when we use the ball for footwork. So with all that being said, you've got a ball, a sticky pad. I just have a shelf liner, your reformer, your medium, your light spring. Headrest is in your comfortable position, and we're gonna start lying down. All right, so center yourself on the carriage. I want you to place the ball between your ankles, kind of the ankles and the heels area. All right, so all 10 toes are on, arms are long down by your side. And then without moving the carriage, I just want you to feel this long line out through the crown of your head and down through your tailbone. Feel the arms stretch down and into the mat, and maybe roll your chest open a little bit more so the upper arm bones could connect to the mat a little bit more. All right, I want you to hug in on the ball, stay parallel with the legs. And on your next inhale, you're gonna press the carriage out. Don't go flying out because it's super light. And then exhale, pull yourself home. All right, so inhale takes you out. And then on your exhale, think hamstring curl, pull your heels to your seat. Inhale takes you out. Exhale, think of kind of squeezing the back of your knees to bring yourself home. Tailbone stays heavy, crown of the head reaching to the wall behind you. And then of course the base of the ribs, you're trying to keep them bolted to the mat, especially as you go out, right? Let's do two. Exhale, pull it in. Last one here. Should feel like you're pulling down on the foot bar. Awesome, once you're in, I'm going to take the ball and now place it underneath your right foot. So you're kind of on your arch here on your right foot, balls on the foot bar, and you're on your left toes still. Okay, so just start with equal weight between both feet right now and just press the carriage out and then pull the carriage in. So one leg may not fully straighten, right? That's okay. So just press the carriage out and then back in. Now I want you to start to shift weight over into your right leg, or just more weight. And then feel like you're trying to grip the ball with your foot, like you would do with arches on, like a bird on a perch. And if it's available, maybe your left leg comes up into a tabletop position and you press the carriage out and in. It's gonna take a few times before your body kind of catches up with your brain. I'm okay, we're on a really unstable surface, take it easy, and then back in. This is why I was saying you need a squishy, somewhat deflated ball. It needs to have some give to it. And see, already I'm okay, now I can fully straighten my right leg, whereas before it was more like baby press outs and in. And you're still thinking of that engaging through the back body to pull the carriage in, or at the very least, just think of engaging through, just the back of the leg in your seat as you press out. All right, let's do three. I don't know about you, but I'm really feeling my leg right now. And two, check your neck, check your shoulders. And last one in, or last one out, goodness gracious. And then come all the way in with control. All right, let's shimmy over to the other side. Give yourself some grace. So start with your right toes down, left arch is on. Press the carriage out. And then drag it back in. Here's your chance now to kind of grip the ball with the arch of that left foot. And all the while, the pelvis, the ribs, the shoulders are level into the mat. And you know, there might come a point where like you don't want to take your foot off the bar, but maybe you hold it out there somewhere and you just float the leg up and then place it back down, right? Maybe that's where you're at today. That's okay. Slower is better here. I can feel the smoke bellowing out of my ears right now thinking. So that's why I say check your neck, check your shoulders, make sure you're not thinking with your neck. And inner thighs are at the party, y'all. So both kneecaps should still be looking up to the ceiling. Arms are still stretched away from the crown of your head. Oh, and I feel my calf muscle way more on this side. Very, very interesting. Yep. Buddha's here with us. He's gonna make sure I'm doing everything right. Let's do 3. Control it in. We've got 2. Control it in. Last one here. And then bring the carriage all the way in. Fabulous. All right, let's now take the ball back between the ankles again. Ankles, heels, somewhere there. Booty is down, head is down, arms are down. Bring your legs up into tabletop here. Keep the hug in on the ball and just straighten the legs up to the ceiling and then bend the knees. All right, so no shifting in your spine, even if you're choosing to go for more of an imprint today with this, right? Spine stays stable as we bend and straighten. We bend and snap. We've got 4 and 3 and 2 and last one. Hold the legs straight up. I want you to flex the feet and point the toes. We flex the feet and point the toes. We flex, drive those heels up and point the toes. So for my tight people here, fight for the straightest leg ever and the pullback of all 10 toes. You have 2. And last one, point out through the toes, bend the knees. All right, now stretch your legs over the foot bar, still with the ball between the ankles here. Go ahead and reach the arms up to the ceiling. Find your inner thighs and find also the press down of the back of the legs. And then on your next exhale, I just want you to roll yourself up off of the carriage, right? Grab onto your legs if you need and just pull yourself forward. And then let's go ahead and just take the ball out to the side or take it away for just a second. Take your light spring off. And then I want you to place your sticky pad down, kind of where your bum would be. Okie dokie. So let's now go ahead, have a seat, and then lie down. But when you lie down, right, I want you to be able to hold onto the edge of the carriage. You still have your ball with you. It's back between your ankles. And make sure that you can hold onto the edge of the carriage, all right, with that sticky pad underneath your tailbone. So from here, I want you to press the carriage out to straight legs. Keep holding onto the edge of the mat. And then from here, I want you to curl your head, neck, and shoulders up, right? So elbows probably have to bend to pull you up here. Think of your pubic bone reaching forward, your abdomen pulling away from your pelvis, and then just roll back down, right? Let's do that again. Pull with your arms and your upper back. Think of pushing the foot bar away and squeezing in on that ball, and then just lengthen back down, right? So we're just using our upper body to find more of a chest lift, all right? So let's do that again. Find that upper abdominal curl, and now keep the heels lifted high, keep the chest lift, and now let go of the carriage. Palms are facing down. Start pumping here for your 100. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Carriage doesn't move because you're pushing the foot bar away. Imagine you were doing this with straps. So feel like you're putting the work into the springs, into the straps. Shoulders are pulling away from the blocks behind you. Tailbone stays heavy. Maybe you could curl up a little bit higher for these last 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and lower all the way down. Hold on to that edge of the carriage again. And now just bend your knees, bring the carriage home. And now press it out. Reach the arms up to the sky, take a big breath in, and then on your exhale, I want you to roll yourself up. Push the foot bar away, round up and over. Sorry, right? It might take your pants away. And then as you start to roll back, start to let the knees bend. Feel the pelvis curl under more, and then roll all the way down. So the knee bend should help facilitate you to get your waistband into the mat first, all right? Press the carriage out, straight legs. We round up and over, right? It's okay to grab onto your legs. Round forward, there go my pants. Stack your spine up tall, energy out through the arms, start to bend the knees. Think of pulling your low belly away from your thighs. Resist, resist, resist. Come all the way back down. All right, I'm starting to inch up into those blocks. Last one here, we press it out. Arms reach up. Push the foot bar away. Use your exhale in your sticky spot. Fingers forward, belly back, round up and over. Keep the curl of the pelvis under. Start to bend the knees, right? Let that facilitate that rounding. Big time, big time, big time. All the way down. All right, so fix your pants if you need. All right, we can do away with that sticky pad. I don't think mine helped a whole lot. Keep the ball in between your ankles here. And I want you to grab onto either the shoulder blocks or your pegs here. You do what makes you happy. I want you to straighten your legs up to the ceiling, all right? So headrest is down. We're getting ready for an inversion. So lower the legs down to that working angle and then lift the legs up and over. Pause here at the top. Find that the weight is in the shoulders and there's space between chin and chest. And then keep hugging in on the ball and then just start to roll down, resist as you go all the way down. Once your tailbone hits, lower the legs down to that working angle and then lift the legs back up and over, up and over. Think of the back of the thighs and the hips pushing the ceiling up a little bit higher. There you go. Now flex your feet. Keep energy out through your heels and then roll down, roll down, roll down. We lower the legs down, we point out through the toes, lift the legs up and over with as much control as you possibly can. Find that deep pubic bone to navel connection here. And now flex your feet and then round down. Push out through your heels, pull back through your stomach, all the way down. Point out through your toes, legs lower down, legs go up and over. Squeeze in on the ball. Right now, both kneecaps should be looking at your face. Yep. And now flex your feet and go back to point toes. And now flex your feet, find opposition, and point your toes. Last one, flex your feet and now point your toes. Keep weight in your shoulders. And can you now jackknife the legs up a little bit? And then lower back down. Keep the hips stable if you can. Reach the toes up to the ceiling, right? It's hip extension. And then back down. So imagine you had your feet in straps right now. You're gonna push up into the straps. Reach up, and then back down. Let your upper body help you here, right? Again, we reach the toes up to the sky and now start to melt down. Resist, 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 all the way down. Beautiful, lower the legs all the way down to the foot bar. Fabulous, okay. So let's now take the ball, place it underneath your booty. Underneath the booty here, okay. So it's not quite like at the top of your butt crack. It's like an inch or two down, okay? So it can really facilitate this like pelvic curl, the ribs going down into the mat. I want you to take your right foot, place it on your platform, okay? Try to get like, if it was very narrow, it would be the arch on as opposed to like toes or heel on, okay? So legs are in this hip socket distance apart. Left arch is on your foot bar here. Press down through the arms. Be careful. We are still on that one medium spring, all right? I want you to try to curl that tailbone under and then maybe try to lift the hips up a little bit and hold 2, 3, and then melt back down. So if you're looking at me, you're thinking, oh, because she's barely moving. You are correct, but I'm feeling a lot of work. So tilt your pubic bone back. Try to lift the hips up, 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 and then lengthen back down. All right, last one here. pelvis tilts back, ribs sink down. Find activation with your legs here. Now keep this trying to like lift up off of the ball, and now press the carriage out, keeping your right foot planted, and then pull the carriage in. All right, inhale takes you out, and exhale, pull back in. Stomach is working very hard, legs are working very hard here, and then drag back in. You are constantly trying to lift your cheeks up off of the ball. I don't know about you, but I am having a struggle bus challenge right now with this. And then drag back in. All right, 2 more here. Find your butt crease muscles. Ooh, last one here. And then drag it all the way back in, and then lengthen back down. Okie dokie, let's switch sides. Right arch on, left foot down. Every side is different. So when I say find your inner thighs, I'm not telling you to like bring the legs all the way together. It's just so the knees aren't wandering out to the side, okay? So find equal weight into both feet. Press down through the arms, tilt your pubic bone back, and just try to lift the hips up a little bit. What I really want you to focus on here for these little lifts is to find your left butt crease muscle and then lower back down. Again, oh, that is deep right there. Lift, 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 and then back down. This side is gonna be challenging, y'all. All right, so let's do that. Go ahead and lift the hips up. Try to hover or get light on the ball, and now press the carriage out, and then pull it in, right? Ribs stay heavy, right? The front half is working just as much as the back half here. Ooh, and my leg is shaking. Try to keep the connection of your left foot to that gray platform the same the whole time. Holy cannoli. Things are on fire right now, y'all. Remember, I don't expect your hips to be all the way up off that ball, right? It's just a reminder. You got this, you got this, you got this. Keep fighting for it. For 3, keep wrapping your right toes around, right? I'm noticing my leg wants to go off to the side here. Hug the inner thighs in. Last one, maybe get lighter on the ball this last one here. Pull the carriage all the way in, all the way in, all the way in, and then melt back down. Holy cannoli. All right, so let's go hands down into the mat here. Bring your legs up into tabletop. Think knees right over your hips. Find that same kind of rib drawing down sensation. And now straighten the legs up and bend the knees. Yowza. Straighten the legs up and bend the knees. Hi, baby. Baby, please don't get on top of me. I'm trying to film. I love you so much. Oh my goodness. All right. Now I want you to straighten the legs up to the ceiling. Keep those legs razor straight. Lower your right leg down as your left leg pulls back towards your sternum. So it's a little cross of the midline, and then scissor switch. Right leg pulls back right to the center line of the body, and then switch. Now, if you wanted to make things harder on yourself, you could float the arms up. All right, but typically slower is better here. I really want you to find this deep opening in the back line. All right. Now, bring the legs together up at the top. Right leg comes towards you, left leg lowers down. I want you to windmill the legs out to the side. Find an inner thigh stretch. All right. Now your left leg is up towards your body, right leg is down. Bring the legs together. Lower your right leg down, left leg pulls back. Windmill the legs out to the side. They swivel around, circle around, and then bring them together. Right leg back, left leg down, windmill out to the side. As you go out for that inner thigh stretch, flex your feet and then point the toes as you go back to that scissor, and then bring the legs to center. Again, right leg down, left leg pulls back. Keep the pelvis stable as you windmill the legs, flex the feet if you like, and then zipper the legs up together. Boo-boo, I love you so much. Last one here, left leg down, right leg back. Swivel the legs out to the side. Hi, baby. And then bring the legs back up. Awesome. Bend the knees, place the feet down. Okay. We are done with that ball. Take it away, okay? Let's just take a quick moment here. Take your feet wide on the foot bar. Drop your knees off to the right. And then over to the left. And then over to the right again. Hi, baby. And then over to the left. Oh my goodness. Baby, oh my goodness. I love you too, I do. All right, so press the carriage out. I want you to grab your right strap, your right long loop, and place your right arch, your right loop on your right arch. Buddha, you're really messing me up here. All right, bend both your knees like they're in tabletop here. You're on my microphone, my boy. All right, start with your legs zipped up together, your tailbones down, your arms are long down by your side. Straighten both legs out. Keep the feet flexed like you're kicking down a door, and then bend the knees back in. Again, kick down that door, find your seat, energy out through your heels, and then pull the knees back in. Baby, you're kneading into like my pit there. I love you, I do. Oh, my chickens. Again, press the carriage out, and then back in. All right, now I want you to press the legs out, hold here. All right, point out through your toes, or sorry, your left toes, point out through them. Keep your right foot flexed. Patting your head and rub your belly. Left leg stays still. Bend your right knee in and then press it out. Bend your right knee in and then press it out. Right, the lower that left leg goes, the harder, right, it might be. So find a challenging position here for yourself. All right, now send both legs out to your working angle. Point out through both sets of toes now. Open the legs wide and then pull the legs back in. Right, so let me correct myself. I say wide, but I want you to try to keep the carriage quiet and then pull the legs back in. Open the legs out to the side and then inner thighs, pull them back in. 2 more here. Keep the ribs heavy, spine stays stable, and then drag it back in. Last one. And then pull the legs all the way back in. Bend the knees into your chest. All right, hold here for a second. Keep your right knee into your chest. Take your left foot down to the floor. Just get a thigh stretch on that left side. And then from here, if you want to straighten your right leg up, you can. All right, let's switch sides. Right strap on, right strap off, left strap on your left arch. Alrighty, let's see if I can remember all those things. So legs are zipped up. You're as centered as you can possibly be. Your feet are flexed. Drive those legs out and then bend the knees back in. So just like footwork, all right, or just like a squat. So make sure those pinky toes are still pulling back. Chest is broad, sides of the neck are long, right? All the things. For 2, find your seat. Last one, press the carriage out or press the legs out. Point out through your right toes. Bend your left knee in and then press the leg out. Every now and then, just take a peek at that right leg and see that it's parallel. It's hugging in towards your midline, right? Hasn't wandered off to the side. Let's do 3 and 2. Woo! Last one, hold it out there, point out through both toes. Maybe the legs could lower down just a smidge, and now open the legs and then close the legs. Open the legs and close the legs. Feel like you have a band on the outside of your legs, right? So you're pushing wide into the band, find the side of your hips, and then inner thighs back in. Let's do 3. Legs got to get longer. And 2. And last one. Beautiful, legs together, bend the knees in. Take your right foot down to the floor. Find a thigh stretch. The further you bring the foot underneath your body or the carriage, the deeper that stretch should be. And then again, if you want, you can straighten that left leg. All right, let's go ahead and bring you out of this. And let's finally get off of our back. All right, so let's spin around. You're gonna place your feet onto the headrest, okay? I'm gonna keep my legs zipped up. I'm gonna keep my knees super glued together, and I'm gonna kind of tilt my legs over to the side a little bit. So my hips are actually over to the left a little bit. So I'm a little cross here on the reformer. Okay, so I'm gonna start with my short loop. If I need to adjust, I'll go to my long loop, right? Or vice versa. So from here, keep the knees super glued together, right? Arms are just gonna stay straight to start. I want you to roll back. Think of kind of rolling back like you were gonna like roll down your right side and then roll yourself back up, right? So weight is a little bit more my right hip than anything. I'm gonna roll back and then roll back up, right? Couple more times like this. Try to get those knees level if you can. And then roll back up. All right, now we're gonna add on. I want you to roll back. Keep the sides of your neck long. Can you lift the arms up a little bit? And then lower them down. And then roll yourself back up, right? Again, we roll back, stretch back, go back, lift the arms, and then lower them down, and then lift back up. So right now my palms are kind of facing in towards one another as I do this. We roll back, we lift the arms, and then back down. Roll back up. Anybody feeling your shoulders yet? Roll back. Now I want you to stay back here. Pull back through your upper abdomen. Keep your collarbones open. Now lift the arms and lower the arms. Lift the arms and lower the arms. Lift the arms. Ooh, try to keep those arms straight. Mine are wanting to bend so bad right now. We've got 3. Hang in there. Check your neck. 2. And last one. Bring the arms down and then roll yourself back up. All right. Hang that strap up. We shift over to the left now. Right? So legs tilted over to the left. Do your best to try to find as even as you can here. All right, grab onto that short loop if you can. Knees are besties. Roll yourself back, 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 and then roll yourself back up. Try not to let the legs rest into the shoulder block. And as you roll up, to me, it almost feels like I'm doing a crunch on my right side, right? Because my right hip is lifted higher than my left hip. Now roll back, lift the arms, lower the arms, and then roll back up. Again, switch to that long strap if you need. Arms lift, they lower, and then roll back up. Definitely my weaker side. Stay strong with me, y'all. I need to know that you're out there kind of shaking with me. And then roll back up. Again, 2 more times here. It doesn't have to be high to get into the shoulders. Just holding them up there is enough, right? Last one like this. Lower the arms. Roll up. Now we roll back. We stay in that crunch. Pull the belly back, but keep the chest lifted. We lift the arms. We lower the arms. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Don't let them rest. I just caught myself resting there. All body all the time right now. You got this. For 3 and 2, grip with those pinkies. Last one. Arms are going to lower and then roll yourself all the way up. Holy cannoli. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Okay, let's turn around. Seated facing your foot bar. You're sitting kind of cross-legged here. Ho, ho, ho. All right, so grab onto your long loops. Again, you can adjust if you need. I'm gonna lift tall out through the crown of my head. I've got a little bit of a pitch forward, but trying to keep a flat back. My palms are facing forward, and now I'm just gonna scoop with the arms, reach the arms forward, reach forward, and then lower the arms back down, right? I'm gonna reach the arms forward, pull back through the upper abdomen, keep the neck long though, and then lower the arms down, right? These are your teaser arms. Last one here. Reach the arms forward, And now turn your palms facing down, bring your thumbs and index fingers together, right? Still keeping this long line. Tilt your palms facing down to the floor a little bit. Now bend your elbows wide. Maybe you shave off that ponytail and then straighten the arms back out, right? Exhale as elbows bend, and then inhale as the arms go straight. So how long can you keep the sides of your neck as you bend and straighten the arms? Because a lot of times the shoulders want to shrug up into the ears. Elbows go wide. We have 2, a lot of upper back stability here. And last one, now hold the arms out there. Clasp the fingers together, but not the thumbs, all right? So now I'm gonna spiral my elbows in closer to one another. And now all I'm gonna do is keep my elbows still in space, bend the elbows, and then straighten the arms. Bend the elbows, and straighten the arms. Same thing here, shoulder girdle stability. So try not to let the shoulders kind of roll all around all over the place. So if that means you need to limit your range, right, no worries. Get a nice stretch in the shoulders and the pits as the arms go, as the hand go back. All right, we have 2. And last one. Now, I want you to bend both elbows. I'm just fixing my grip there. Bend both elbows. So separate your hands for me here. Keep your left arm straight, your left arm still, and now straighten the right arm out, tricep press, and then bend it back in. Left arm, straighten it out, and then bend it back in. I got a weird thing going on with that elbow as it goes straight. Never mind me. So just alternating tricep press. Keep the elbows still in space, y'all, as you do this. Check your neck. Keep the elbows pointing forward, or at the very least just spiraling in. Let's do 4 and 3 and 2 and last one. Awesome. Alrighty, so now just hang up the straps real quick. I want you to grab the ball again. You're gonna scoot forward just a little bit, and the ball is gonna go behind your low back, kind of wedged into your tailbone here. Now, if you would, especially if you're taller or you have long legs, I want you to start close to the shoulder blocks here, because your feet are gonna come right here. So again, if you're really long, then you're gonna feel super scrunched up. So go as far back as you can without the shoulder blocks digging into you. So just hold on to your legs for a moment with me here. You can have the toes hanging off, at least have the heels on. So I'm gonna think of my low back trying to smash the ball right now. Okay, so there's that big pelvic tuck here, all right, but I'm gonna still think of my chest trying to stay lifted. All right, so remember this position. I want you to reach back, grab onto your long loops. Let's go long loops first. All right, so keep the low back smashing into the back, palms face forward, scoop the arms, reach them forward. Can your chest go forward, but keep your low back smashing the ball, and then lower the arms back down. Again, reach the arms up, chest goes forward just a little bit more, but pull the belly back in that ball. Oh, that makes me shake right there. 2 more here. Reach up. That reach is coming from the middle of your back, and then lower the arms back down. Last one. Pull back through the upper abdominals, but the chest goes forward a little bit, and then back down. Alrighty, here we go. You can always stay with both feet down. Otherwise, straighten your right leg out. Keep your knees together if you can. Reach the arms up. Reach for your toes. Reach for your toes. Keep smashing the ball though. Don't let it roll away. Reach for your toes, and then lower the arms back down. Right leg stays still. You have 4 more here. Reach the arms up. Think of going up and over your stomach, y'all, and then back down. Again, reach the arms up. Reach for your toes, and back down. 2 more. Reach, 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 and back down. Last one, you got this. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Reach, 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 and then all the way down. Whew. Okay, shake it out if you need. Wow, my right leg was burning too on that one. Okay, other side, let's do it. Raise your straight leg, y'all.
5 or 6, I'm sorry. Reach up, 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 and then down. Chest forward, ribs back. Reach, reach, reach. Think of the leg trying to stay straight or get straighter as you reach. And then back down. Pull your pubic bone back to your navel. Reach, reach, reach. 2 more here, y'all. You got this. We come standing after this. Hang in there, hang in there, hang in there. And back down. Last one. Keep that leg lifted. Reach, reach, reach. And then lower down. Take the foot down. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. Hang up your straps. All right. So we're going to stay on this light spring. So for me, I'm on a blue. Wow. That was deep in there. Okie dokie. So you have your ball. I'm going to be standing off to the right side of my carriage. So my left foot is going to go at the shoulder block. All right. The ball is going to go underneath my heel. But when you're here, I want you to, oh, well, don't let your ball slide away. I want you to make sure the inside of your right leg is up against the carriage as best you can. And as much as your back foot, left foot, is up against the shoulder block, all right? So the toes and the balls of the feet are down onto the floor right now. So you're not crazy high heel, okay? So position the ball where you're not super, super high heel. Spread these toes that are on the floor. All right, now straighten your standing leg. So your left knee should be lifted. Let's just start by finding balance here because I'm already feeling really wobbly. My tailbone is down. Crown of the head is reaching up. You can hold on to the foot bar if you need, right? I'm gonna bend my front knee. I'm gonna press the carriage back and then bring the carriage in. All right, so with the ball under the heel, for me personally, like it limits my range. I don't have enough range in my ankle to go all the way back. That's okay. This really is about holding that ankle or that heel as stable as we can as we do this lunge. Anybody else got creaky knees going on? And the whole time I want you to think of your right inner thigh hugging the carriage, your right hip spiraling back, your left hip spiraling forward. Right? For 2, I don't know if I mentioned, I don't care what you do with your arms. Last one, now press the carriage out to where you feel strong, but also challenged here. Okay? Nothing else is gonna move, carriage is not gonna move. I want you to press your heel down into the ball and then lift the heel up. Press the heel down into the ball and then lift the heel up, right? You're still keeping the connection of your left foot to the shoulder block. So try to pop the ball with your heel and then lift the heel up. Toes are still spread. Maybe you go down a little bit lower into this lunge. It's okay if the back knee touches. Just think of it staying light. We have 3. Hello, shaky leg. Hello, shaky leg 2. Last one. Now, I want you to keep your heel lifted, okay? So we're not sinking down into the ball. Can you take your hands behind your head? Push the head into the hands. Twist your upper body to the right a little bit. And then back to center. Oh, keep that right heel hovering, y'all. Twist your body to the right. Elbows stay wide. And then back to center. Holy cannoli. Find those inner thighs. Don't let your hips move. And then back to center. Stay long here. Stay lifted. Let's do 3. Push the head back into the hands, y'all. And 2. Right hip back, left hip forward. Find it for me, y'all. Last one. Woo! And then find center. And then bring the carriage all the way in. Straighten that standing leg. And then relax. Yeah, that was nice. That was lovely. All right, we have a whole nother side to do. Let's hobble over to the other side. That was something. Where were you, Buddha, for that one? All right, right hand or right foot on. Left heel. Left leg hugging the inside of the carriage. Let's just start by trying to straighten your standing leg. And also get into position, right? So left toes are spread. Balls of the feet are connected here. My tailbone is dropping down. Think of hip points picking up the whole time. All right, press the carriage back. Remember, you can always hold on to the foot bar. Tell you what, it's a really nice stretch on that right thigh as we go back. And this is your time to, again, not only just find balance, but to find this steady heel. So for these few here, don't think of like it being all the way down. Don't think of it being all the way up, right? It's just somewhere in the center where you can find that balance. Ooh, this side feels way off here. Now on this side, it's left hip back, right hip forward, and that left kneecap should be facing forward. Don't let it wing out to the side. Let's do 2. And last one. Now press the carriage out to like you're 3/4 of the way. Find stability. Wow, this side's really challenging for me. I want you to drive the heel down into the ball. Smash the ball and then lift the heel up. When you smash the ball here, right, there's your seat, right? Imagine it kicking on, because that's you kicking down a door. Remember, left hip back, right hip forward, but keep the inner thighs engaged. And a lot of times I say these things over and over again, because even for me, like, I'm losing it. It's like whack-a-mole. I find something and I fix it, and then it's like, oh no, what about all these other things? So we're just lifting and lowering that heel. Wow. Let's do 4. You got this. Toes are spread down there. And 2. And last one. Now keep the heel lifted, all right? Hands behind your head if you can. And now we twist our body to the left and then back to center. We twist the body to the left and back to center, right? Tailbone stays long, energy out through the crown of your head. There's that shake. There's that uncontrollable shake in that ankle. Keep the head to hand connection, right? If you have to touch the foot bar, keep your left hand behind your head here. Keep the inner thighs at the party. Don't let that carriage move, y'all. You got this. 4, 3. And 2, keep that heel lifted. Don't let it drop, don't let it drop. And last one, spiral taller, 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 and then back to center, come all the way up to standing. All the way up to standing, all the way up to standing. And then take that wobbly leg down. Okay. We're done with this silly thing. I'm done with it. All right. Off to the side. Off to the side with you. All right, we're gonna stay on the blue spring, right? If you need to adjust, you adjust, meaning like, you adjust your spring. So I'm gonna be seated facing you. So my shins are up against the shoulder blocks as best I can. All right. Left hand is on the foot bar. It is either going to be in line with your body or slightly in front, meaning it's not behind your body, okay? So you can keep holding onto the shoulder block here. Squeeze your inner thighs together and hook your feet around the shoulder block back there. Press the carriage out. And then from here, you're gonna keep the side of your neck long. And then now just start to side bend down or dip down. Keep this arm connected to your back. So my armpit stays connected here. And then just lift yourself back up. We press it out. I feel like I'm just kind of waving down here and then lift back up. So as I dip down, there's a point where my shoulder is like, okay, I really want to go into the ear. That's about where I'm going to stop. And then I'm going to push down to lift back up, right? I slink down and then lift back up. Now, if you feel like you got the hang of this, right arm can come up and over, so it's gonna add a little extra weight, and then push down to lift back up. Keep your inner thighs squeezing together, like you had the ball back between them, and you're angry at that silly Sally ball, right? Slink down, and then press yourself back up. Last one here. We slink down, go down maybe about like halfway. Don't go all the way down. Can you bend that elbow and then straighten the arm? Elbow points down to the floor and then straighten the arm, right? So not out here, right? It tilts down. So it's a little bit of a tricep press, right? Keep the ribs lifted, right? So again, we're not sagging. And the collarbones stay open here. I don't care what you do with this top arm. I'm just finding places for it. Let's do 3. I'm feeling all kinds of things right here. And last one. And now press down to lift yourself all the way up. Take your right hand to the shoulder block. Hold on for dear life because the left arm is going to come up and you're going to counter stretch in the other direction. So open up your chest here. Think of that top knee reaching forward a little bit more. All right, we do the other side. So swivel you around. Try to connect both shins to the shoulder block, right? Try is a key word. My bottom one's not connected there. All right, right hand on, thumb with fingertip here. I'm gonna try to square my body off to the wall in front of me, hook my feet around the shoulder block, and now straighten that arm. And I'm gonna slink my body out, find that point of control, and then press down to lift yourself up. Now you might be going down further than me. You might only be moving the carriage like 2 inches, and that's okay. As long as this shoulder is not creeping up into the ear. There's the challenge. This is your star from the advanced work. It's your side ring presses. It's also like a side chest expansion. And if you're having a hard time connect to that, think of more weight or more push down through the pinky side of your hand. And that might help to like open up the front of the shoulder just a little bit more. Yeah, so like for this side for me, I do like my thumb is almost lifted. I'm just a little bit tighter on that side. My shoulder wants to roll in so bad. You've got 2 more here. Keep that armpit connected. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Last one, you're gonna come down to that halfway point and now bend the elbow and then press it out. Again, think collarbones pulling apart and think of that elbow crease pointing up to the ceiling. Holy cannoli, this is definitely my weaker side on here. That tricep is burning. Hang in there with me, y'all. Let's do 2. You got this. And last one, straighten the arm. Lift yourself all the way up. Side bend up and over. Take your left hand to the shoulder block. Right arm goes up and over. Open up your chest. Squeeze your inner thighs. Push the shins into the blocks. All right, go ahead and take that hand down. Now I want you to come into a Z-sit position. If this is not for you, you can always have your legs hanging off the front edge. So left foot stays hooking around here. Let's switch it to a medium spring. Right hand comes onto the shoulder block there, either again in line with your body or just in front. Left arm comes up to the ceiling. I want you to press the carriage out. And now side bend up and over. Now when you go over here, remember, shoulder doesn't creep up into your ear. The left hip is gonna stay down and then stack all the way back up. Again, side bend up and over. Now on this one, take your left hand to the foot bar. Right hand goes wide. Try to twist your upper body to the well, but keep your hips square to the wall in front of you or to your left. And just let your chest sink down, let your head drop down. And now keep the arms straight and then lift yourself up. Lift yourself up to bring the carriage home. Right now I'm pulling with my left and pushing with my right. And then press the carriage out. Breathe into those sticky, sticky spots. And then lift yourself all the way up. Maybe find a little baby back bend here at the top. And then slink back out. Go to where your body needs to go. And then just roll yourself all the way up. All right, let's turn over and do the other side. So think of level square hips. My right hip is going to stay sinking down into the mat here. Left hand goes on, right arm goes up to the ceiling. Press the carriage out, side bend up and over. Can you keep that same side body connection here, right? And then lift back up. I feel like sometimes with the heavier spring it's hard because it just wants to jerk the shoulder into the ear. And now go up and over. And now we spiral the upper body to the well. Both hands come down. Now on this side, I'm pulling with my right, pushing with my left. And just let yourself just hang for a moment. Breathe into those tight places. And then when you're ready, arms stay straight if you can. And then bring the carriage in. Almost said pedal. And then press back out. I'm saying slink your body in because, you know, some days I like to go right into extension, and then some days I want to kind of do this like rounding and undulating as I come up. Right? Some days we need different things. So try both. Maybe try a blend of the two. Maybe you add like a little side bend in there. Just explore. Last one here. And then go ahead and just slink the body all the way in, all the way in. All right, and you are done. I really hope you enjoyed this one. I felt a lot of things today. If you are enjoying this content, please subscribe. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments, and I hope to see you again.